15 years ago, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara was released and a self-driving tour based on it.
There is a reason because the Tomatina festival became very popular, in fact, after Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. So the theme is the movie and you're driving. The most amazing beaches, some of the most interesting culture. Food, I think, is number one, and the most amazing people in Europe.
So we're going to live by the script.
Which starts in Barcelona, Valencia, Buñol and Madrid. We'll also take you for an optional scuba dive and a skydive.
So basically we're covering Spain in such a way that you don't have to come here again.
We're looking at real travelers who want to enjoy and kind of feel the country and be part of the entire trip.
The fact that you're going to experience and even live that movie is amazing. 15 years ago, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara was released and it is by far my most favorite movie. And the fact that we are going to have a self-driving tour based on it, we're going to have a self-drive expedition through Spain. It sounds so exciting. Tell me more about it.
So August 20th, 22nd of August is when we're doing it. There is a reason because the Tomatina festival, became very popular, in fact, after Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. So we are trying to incorporate a very similar kind of an itinerary, which starts in Barcelona. We'll also take you for an optional deep sea diving, the scuba dive. And then we follow the route to Valencia. Buñol is where the village where the La Tomatina happens. So we'll be part of that. And then we drive to Madrid also to be part of the bull ring and also see the football stadiums. So, and in between, wherever we also give an optional of your skydive. So the theme is the movie. The entire theme of this entire itinerary is going to be based on the movie, and you're driving. So Barcelona, Valencia, Buñol and Madrid, you're going to drive.
So we're going to live by the script.
Yeah, so we're going to live by the script, and we're also trying to make certain themes which are going to be like the movie.
Day one, what are we doing?
As all our itineraries, day one is going to be easy. We don't want to do a lot of things because people are coming from, other parts of the world, could be the Middle East, could be from India, and it's a long flight to Europe. So day one, Barcelona is going to be very easy. We're going to pick you up, take you to the restaurants for lunch because most of the flights arrive at around, in the morning, and then check you into the hotel and an easy dinner. So it's a very relaxing day, and day two is when most of our trip starts.
And I think we're not going to drive a lot, like compared to all the other driving tours that we have. The maximum driving that we're going to do is basically for 3 hours or 4 hours, right?
Yeah, so total is more or less around 1,000 kilometers. So Barcelona, Costa Brava is very close by. Costa Brava is the coast of Barcelona. Some very beautiful beaches around Costa Brava. So that's where we're going to drive on one of the days. Then Valencia is 400 kilometers or less, and Madrid is around 500 kilometers. So total is going to be around 1,000 kilometers of drive.
So what all other activities are we going to do there? Are we going to see the flamenco show?
Yes. So the flamingo show, we'll take you to a tapa bar. We'll take you to Nou Camp, the Barcelona's football stadium. Then we'll do, as you said, flamingo show is going to be again part of it. And a lot of things which is part of the Spanish culture, even the food, the paella and all these things will be, of course, served for you.
So which car are we driving?
It depends on how many people are going to be part of it. Like when we make itineraries, we say that, number of passengers per car. So it's going to be an SUV, okay? So it depends on 2, 3, 4, 5, how many people are there. The more number of people, will give you a bigger SUV.
And I think this itinerary is a relatively shorter one compared to the other itineraries that we do in other countries. Why so?
People go to Europe for, short number of days. So that's one of the reason we kept a shorter itinerary. But if somebody wants to stay beyond, like, our trip gets over in Madrid, but they say, okay, I have a Schengen visa, I can go to Portugal, I can go to France, I can go to Italy, a client is free to do that. But our itinerary is going to be a very short itinerary because it is going to follow, a lot of the movie script. So we kept it sweet and short.
So 7 nights, Barcelona to Madrid. Who is this itinerary perfect for?
So it's great for friends because initially that's what, the movie is also about friends. It's great for couples. It's great for family. And yeah, so I think it's meant for everyone. It's
I
not.
think it's more of a family trip than an adventure one.
This is not an adventure trip. So, we have kept adventure. Like somebody wants to do scuba diving, that's
Right.
an adventure, but that's an optional.
Yeah.
It's not going to be for everyone. It's only for people who want to do it. Tomatina festival, of course, everybody can enjoy that. And even your skydiving, which we are planning to do on midway between Valencia and Madrid, that's also an optional activity.
So those who don't want to do these adventure activities, have we planned something else for them?
Skydiving is an early morning activity. So, people who don't want to be part of it, they can stay back. Similarly, when you're doing the scuba dive, Costa Brava is again a very beautiful drive. So, there are so many other villages, a small town. Have you heard about Salvatore Dali? So, the Dali's house is in a place called Girona, which is in Costa Brava. So, we can do so many other things. If people are not interested, they can do these little activities there.
So how is Spain looking for you? How's the
Spain
itinerary
as a
coming in?
destination, again, it's not an adventure destination. It's meant for everyone. And with these little themes, I think it's one of the top favorites.
I think it's my personal favorite because the movie is my favorite. I love Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and I think a lot of people, like youngsters, can relate to this movie,
Yeah.
and the fact that you're going to experience and even live that movie is amazing. I
Yeah.
think only Fair Future can do such a job.
I started with saying that Thailand tour, when we decided of doing Thailand, this was also part of our, kind of plan that we want to even relive these kind of legendary movies. And we're also thinking about few other movies in future, but Spain is going to be our next edition.
How many cars are we expecting?
So again, this is not a very long convoy we're looking at. So we're looking in a bracket of, say, within, a bracket of 10 cars. Because Spain destination is crowded, cities, there are big cities. So a huge convoy can be a issue. So we're looking around 5 to 10 cars for this trip.
And what makes this trip different from other European trips?
So again, most of the other trips I've seen is you blink your eyes or you sleep for 10 minutes, the city is gone. That's what I see in most of the trips. Because it's a coach tour, you're covering London to Rome within a span of 10 days, 8 countries, 9 countries. So here we are only doing one country, and this is for somebody, as I again specified initially, we're looking at real travelers who want to enjoy, feel, and kind of feel the country and be part of the entire trip. So that's what we're looking at.
So basically, we're covering Spain in such a way that you don't have to come here again.
Yeah, of course, yes. So you do one country at a time.
Yes.
And if somebody is looking at, want to cover 10 countries in 10 days, that's not what we planning to cook in this itinerary.
Are you going to be part of this trip?
Of course, I would love to relive the movie and be
So
part
do
of
I.
it.
Yeah, so do I. So what all is included in this trip, in our itinerary?
As we do the self drive, your cars are going to be part of it. That's the number one thing. Then all your hotels, where are we going to be? All the 3 destinations, you're going to have the hotel. All your permits required. Like for example, La Tomatina has a permit required. So there's only a certain number of people allowed. So that will be included. We have included your fuel for the vehicle. All the tolls which come on the way. In Europe, most of the places, there is a toll which has to be paid. So that is going to be included. Our tour manager will be part of the trip. There will be a person who will be throughout, with the group. And there will be a lead car which will be separate. And then we have a driver who will also lead us through this. Also, majorly a visa, your Schengen visa. Spain is part of the Schengen treaty. So your Schengen visa is also going to be included. The cost for the Schengen visa is going to be included. We'll get your appointments. Like for example, if you are in Karnataka, you're in Bangalore, you're in Hyderabad, or you're in Vijayawada, or you're in Tamil Nadu, or anywhere part of India, we'll get your appointments done. Your visa will be also included for it.
What is not included in
So,
this?
as on most of the tours, we don't include airfares. The reason is because people fly from all over
Different.
India, plus it could be the Middle East. So that is one of the reasons there's no airfare included. Your fares will be separate. It could be either done through us, or we'll tell you what time to arrive and you can book it yourself.
So this time you're driving to Spain. You have traveled to Spain a lot of times. Can you tell me something about Spain?
I think it's one of my favorite European countries. The Mediterranean weather, the most amazing beaches, across from all the sides. Some of the most interesting culture. Food, I think, is number one. And I would say it ranks as one of the best party countries in the world. Either you take Barcelona, Madrid, Malaga, all these places. And it's an amazing super destination and the most amazing people in Europe. So that's what I consider Spain to be.